First thing we're going to do is take a messy drawer and make it a lot better. I got these plastic bins given to me, so I'm going to utilize these to do my pneumatic drawer. I got plenty of accessories for these pneumatic tools, all sorts of sanding disc and fittings and tools and grinding wheels and just all sorts of stuff, and it just don't make any sense to do all this stuff in Kaizen foam. So I'm utilizing these plastic bins, and two of them I had to cut off just a little bit on each side just to make them fit within the width of the drawer. And I'm putting this bar up here so they don't slide around. Even though the drawers fit pretty tight, I just didn't want them to, slide around. Now the next set of boxes that I'm going to use are for the air tools themselves. And if you notice, kind of right where the gun is laying, there's a oil stain where the oil is leaked out of that gun. And I wanted the plastic bins just in case if oil did leak out, it would leak out in the plastic bins and not on the drawer itself. There you can see that oil stain. The air tools fit, exception of the gun. I had to make it fit.
So I did this drawer this way, mostly to separate all the air tool accessories. I got a bunch of fittings, I got different tools to switch over the adapters, I got a bunch of little sanding discs, some air gauges and some blow guns and some tire pumpers, little different grinding tools for the grinder there. And then I wanted the plastic bins for the tools because if you notice here, this is where some of the oil leaked out of the tools. So I think it was this one, because that one's pretty old. So I put the plastic bins in here for the tools themselves, so if it does leak any oil, it leaks in the plastic bin, and it'll be easy to clean up. So I got the 4 tools that I'm probably ever going to use as far as air tools, exception of nailers. And I was actually thinking about putting my nailers right here, but I haven't decided that for sure yet. I kind of changed my mind. I think I will end up putting the air tools in here, just making this one pneumatic drawer. Has all my accessories, has all my nailers, has all my anything air tools related will go into this drawer. They fit in there really nice. Plus the red bins, I can actually put the nails for my particular nail guns in. So some more pin nails. Some more pin nails. Guess I don't have to buy any pin nails for a little while. And I'm actually out of stock on my staples.
Now this little project, I've been considering doing this for a little while. I've seen it on somebody's channel a little while back, maybe a year or two ago. And at the time it made sense, but I just couldn't break down of putting a hole in my assembly table. Not sure why, you build something and you just don't want to put a hole in it, But I've broken down, it just makes more sense for me, and this is going to be so much easier. Now you've just seen the quick disconnect for my jigsaw. Now these quick disconnects are working out fabulous. They save a lot of room in the drawer, and they're easy to switch from tool to tool. And I'll put a link in the descriptions for the quick disconnect video and the quick disconnects down below. Now I'm just I drill 4 holes in each corner of this square, and I'm just cutting it out with the jigsaw. Very simple, very easy, very quick. and then I'm going to come back and round off those edges. That way when I am actually sliding plywood or cuts from the table saw onto the outfeed table, it's not catching on the edge. I'm going to just kind of slide right over the hole if that ever comes up. And if this becomes a problem, I'm going to route a 1/4 inch groove, rab it, and then just set a 1/4 inch piece of plywood in that hole. And of course you gotta have fun. I just got a simple trash can underneath that hole, and it just catches the offcuts. Now this is kind of a follow-up from the last video. I had several people ask me if I'd show them how to cut out the Kaizen foam. So I wanted to do this one for my screwdriver drawer. These screwdrivers are actually for electricians. They are shock-proof screwdrivers, and I can put a link in the description below for those as well. So what I do, and I'll slow it down here in a second for you, I just kind of trace it out with the X-Acto knife or utility knife or whatever you got, and then come back and cut deeper and then peel out the Kaizen foam. And this particular tool is a 2-layer tool, so what that means is one side of the tool is fatter than the other, so you can actually layer these out in different tiers and set the tool nicely in the Kaizen foam. So here I'm going to slow it down for you. I extend the knife out quite a ways just to get that overall trace, and you could do this with a long tip marker that FastCap sells, and I can put a link in the description below for that as well. But I find this fairly easy and fairly quick. Just extend the knife all the way out and then trace around the tool, and then once you got the outline of the tool, you can remove the tool, set the depth of the cut on your knife, and then come back and here I'm going to set the depth of the fattest part of the tool, and then I'm just going to plunge right into that mark that I made earlier and cut out the fat part of the tool in the Kaizen foam. And you can see I'm kind of pulling away the Kaizen foam so I can see the mark a little bit. Let me zoom in for you. You can barely see the outline on camera right there, but as I'm cutting I can kind of just pinch away the Kaizen foam and I can really see the outline of that line. And I just take the full depth of cut to where I need it. Then I'm going to take the depth of cut for the thinnest part of the tool for the second tier of the Kaizen foam, and I'm going to cut that away as well. Again, pinching that foam or just moving that foam aside so I can see my line. Now once you've got the cut done, just dig your finger down in there and pick a layer and just start peeling. Just continue peeling back with your finger. You see that's a little thicker piece, and then do the same thing on the thinner piece. Just pick a couple layers down on this particular tool and then peel that away as well. Peels really easy, and it's really simple to do. So let's finish up this little insert. I got a couple more tools to do, and then I got one more at the end to do for you. Now this little tool that I'm putting in here, it's actually a magnetizer demagnetizers. It's actually made for your screwdrivers. You can actually stick the tip of your screwdriver in one of the little holes of this tool and either magnetize or demagnetize the screwdriver. Actually comes in handy quite often. But it's perfect for these electronic tool or electrical tools. Sometimes you need to magnetize it, and sometimes it's just a pain in the butt to have it magnetized, so you just turn it off. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And as always, I'll see you next time.